Hello, my fellow knights and warriors. This is the second part of my playthrough of Karkar battle in the ancients, tactical warfare in the pre-gunpowder era. And we are in the turn 4. I think that Syrians started to gain some advantage, and Assyrians might have a problem to win this battle, and we will see. We are starting turn 4, so let's start with removing leaders. And now let's decide who is going to do what. A lot of our units fired this turn, so there will be a limited options for us to move. And the question is if I want to move anywhere. Well, they will attack here, so no movement for them. This cavalry cannot move much, so it's going to stay here protecting these archers. And most of these archers just fired, so they cannot do any serious combat. So I believe there is not much of movement. So let's place leaders. So he will go here, and he will go there. And now enemy missile fire. So camp fires on them. No effect. This light infantry fires on them. There is effect, so they are done. Yeah, they are dead. Let's remove this valley, so it will be clear. And place a valley on them. Who else? They haven't any targets. They can fire on this chariot, and they score the hit. So chariot is done. And I think that's all. That's all for the Syrian fire. And now we have our Assyrians attacking. So here, I am attacking them. I have 8 because I am attacking from the flank. So this is 8 versus 3. 2 to 1 and 6. 2 to 1 and 6. Defender eliminated. Here I have 6 versus 3 because I have a leader. 2 to 1 and just 2. So this is melee, and both sides are already disorganized, so no further effects. Here, 3 versus 1, 4 in the 3 to 1, defender eliminated. And finally here, I have 2, because I have a leader, versus 2. So it is 1 to 1, and 5 in the 1 to 1 melee. They are disorganized, so no further effects. And now rally phase. So he rallies this cavalry, he rallies that infantry, and I can remove volleys. There is a lot of them here. And now Syrians. Let me see their losses. I believe they don't have to be afraid of the panic, but I would like to make sure. So 4, 8, 10, 12, 14, 18, 19, 23. So I think they are safe. Karkar 26. They are pretty close to the panic. So this might be a problem. Okay, so let's go and make their actions. First, let's remove their leaders. 1 and 2. And now here, here, there, 1, 2, and 3. There, 1, 2, and 3. There, 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. Here. And I think that's all. And now enemy missile combat. And this is where the Assyrians still have some aces in the sleeve, because their missile attacks are very deadly. So they are firing on the camp. 2. Let me see. This was B. So no effect. They are firing on the camp 2. No effect. They cannot fire, that cannot fire. They fire here. No effect. They fire on these chariots. 3. Let me see. 1. One range A infantry, and the others, yes, these chariots are hit and destroyed. Volley. They are firing on them. No effect. They are firing here. No effect. They are targeting them. No effect. Oh, our looks like our missile warriors are not as effective as they were. They are firing here. A hit. And oh, wrong. I made them disorder instead of fired. And they are firing here. No effect. So it wasn't as useful as it was in the previous turns. Leader's placement here and there. So now combat. 2 versus it's 4 because of the leader, so it's 4 versus 2, and 8 because I'm attacking from the flank, so it's 8 versus 2, 4 to 1, and 6. They are dead. So I can take this hex. Here 6 versus 4. It won't give me anything, so I'm so I'm attacking simply with this infantry versus that infantry. It will be 1 to 1. And 4 in the 1 to 1, it's melee. So both sides are disordered. Now 2 versus 1, 2 to 1, and 2 melee. So both sides are already disorganized, nothing happens. They have 3 versus 1. So it will be 3 to 1 and 1. Oh, hell. Melee! So they are disorganized already, and they were also disorganized, so nothing happens. 2 versus 2 and 4, sorry, 2 and 2, so it's 4 versus 3, 1 to 1, and 6. DD, defender disorganized. Two versus 1, because no, sorry, 2 and plus 2 because they are attacking from the flank, so it's 4 versus 2, and it is doubled because they are on the hill. So it's 4 versus 4, so it's 1 to 1, and 3 1 to 1 melee. They are already disorganized, so no effect. And here 2 versus and 2 versus 2, so it's 4 to 2, 2 to 1, and 2 melee. So they are disordered, they are disordered, and they are disordered. So that's all for Syrians. That wasn't very successful combat phase, let's make it clear. And now their leaders. Rally, they are fine, so I don't have to rally, and the other one here, well, he can rally this unit. And now remove volley markers here, there, and there. Any other volley markers? I don't think so. So this concludes turn 4. So it is turn 5, and our Assyrians are still trying to hold the line. Their attempt to attacks are definitely stopped, and now all they want to do is to hold the line and do not break until enemy will break. So let's replace the remove the leaders. No, this is not an Assyrian leader. This is a Syrian leader. And now let's calculate panic points, because I believe there is a chance for them to break. So it's 6, 10, 14, 16, 18, 22, 24, 28, 30, 34. So it's 34, and there is 38. Okay, so they have still 4 points left. That's good at last. And now their movement. So I think I will move my my infantry 1, 2, and they all fired, so they cannot do much apart of standing here and holding the line. The best thing they can do now, actually. So that's all for the movement. And now I'm placing my leaders. One goes here, and the other here. Okay, so now enemy missile phase. So camp fires on them and misses. He fires on them and misses. He fires here and misses. Anyone else? No, there are no other options for Syrians to fire, so now Assyrians are attacking. So 4 versus 3, this is 1 to 1. And no! AD, attacker, disorganized. Next, he has 3, and he's attacking him with a leader, so this is 6 versus 2, 3 to 1. And 2 in the 3 to 1 defender disorganized, so they are dead. And I have to take the hex. Here they all fired, so they cannot attack. And now this cavalry charges here, 2 versus 2, 1 to 1, and 5 in the 1 to 1 melee. So they were already broken, so only cavalry breaks. Okay, and now first of all we are removing volleys. There is a lot of these volleys to remove. And next I can rally. So this unit is rallied, and this one is rallied. And that's all for my Assyrians and now Syrians. Let's calculate their breakdown number. So it's 8, 4, 8, 12, 14, 16, 18, 22, 23, 27, 29. So this is 29. Ooh, I feel bad. 29, and they have 26. So they break. Horrible. They lost so many of their men while attacking their enemies, so their morale is shaken and they are about to retreat. So what it means? First of all, we need to make all of them broken. Well, most of them are actually broken, so it's not changing much. And now, until they will rally it, they have to retreat. So they are moving into closest hexite, and notice that there is a sea here, so you cannot retreat into the sea. I guess it's quite obvious, and you cannot get closer to the enemy. So rotate 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 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 they are rotating. 1, 2, and 3, they are rotating. Wait, they cannot, because they are marked as volley, so they cannot move. Same goes to them, they cannot move since they are marked as volley. 1, 2, and let's remove the leader. 1, and they cannot move any further. Because you can, I cannot leave here because I will be closer to the enemy unit. This is not possible. Also, let's remove the leader, and they are also running away. So it's 1 and 2. And they should be disordered. Okay, so looks like it is very bad for the Assyrians for now, since their army is running away. And now we have enemy missile fire phase, so they cannot fire, they cannot fire, they cannot, they can. They are firing on them. 5, no effect. Oh, no, no disordered by bad fire. They are firing here, no effect, and they are firing here, no effect. Too bad. Here they are firing there. Oh no, I cannot fire here, I can only fire here, no effect. So that's all. And now combat. I can only attack here, 3 versus 4 and with a leader, so it will be 3 versus 8. Definitely not something I would like to do, but first of all I should place my leaders. So here and there. Oh, I forgot to disorder them, and this concludes Syrian actions. Now I can rally, so they are back to normal. And where is my other leader? Here. They are back to normal. Okay, I see. I have a feeling that Assyrians are going to win this battle eventually, but we will see. This is the end of the turn 5. We are going into turn 6, the last turn of the battle. But remember what I say, to win the battle, Assyrians must have at last 2 victory points. And so far, they have only 1, because they made enemy to panic. But they still failed to capture Victory Camp, and I doubt they will have twice of the strength points on the board at the end of the battle. So everything is still far from being clear, I think. So that's the end of the turn 5, and we are starting turn 6. Oh, one more thing, I should remove volley markers from Syrians. Okay, so that's all. Okay, turn 6. So I think I don't have to make a check for Assyrians, because they lost no units in the previous in the last turn, so they are fine. And now for their movement. First of all, let's remove their leaders. So this one and that one. And now movement. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to pursue these retreating enemies. 1, 2. Here. 1, 2. Not much. Or maybe... No, I cannot move here because they are blocking my way, and they cannot move because they fired. So all I can do is to move here. So that would be all. They fired, they all fired. So that would be all. And now enemy missile combat. So camp fires on them. It misses. They are firing here, and they miss. I think this is B. 1 hex range. No, they scored a hit. So this one is eliminated. And that would be all. Oh, I forgot to place my leaders. Okay, so he will go here, and he will go there. So that's all, and now my movement, my combat. So it is 2 to 2 because they are attacking from the flank. So it's 1 to 1, and 4 in the 1 to 1. It is melee. So no effect, both sides are disorganized. Now here 2 and 2 because of the leader, so it's 4, and they are both doubled because they are attacking from the flank, so it's 4 and 4. So it's 2 and 4. So it will be 6 versus 3, 3 to 1, 6 versus 2, 3 to 1, 3. Defender disorganized, so they are dead. And he takes that hex. Now 2 versus 2. Oh my. Attacker disorganized, so they are dead. And now here 8 versus 8, so it's 1 to 1. And 5. This is melee, I believe. Yes, it is melee. So they are disordered. They are disordered. And the leader losses. For the Assyrians, wow! The first leader who was done. And the Syrians, another leader done. Okay. I said there were no leader losses in my games, and come on, we got instantly 2 leader losses in the single combat. That's unusual. Okay, so now I can remove volley markers, and that's all for the Assyrians. Time for Syrians to shine. So, my Assyrians are running away like rabbits, and there is not much I can do about it. So, leaders removal. I have only one leader. And now 1, 2, so he leaves the board. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, so he leaves the board. 1, 2, 3, he leaves the board. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. And now this unit is fine, so it doesn't have to leave the board, but this one is not, so it has to. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. This one is broken, so it has to leave the board. 1, 2, and 3. So I have only one leader, one unit fine, and it has only 2 movement points, so I haven't much options where I can make any attacks with it. So I will move it here just to make sure it won't be attacked by enemy archers. So that's all for the Syrians, and I will place my leader here so he can rally this unit, but that's all because I cannot attack anywhere, and they cannot perform any missile attacks versus my units. So this is the end of the last turn, and now we can see who is victorious, because Assyrians were able to make enemy panic. So this is 1 point for them, and now they need 1 more point. They didn't capture the camp, so there's no victory points for capturing the camp. But let's calculate strength points of our units and see if they manage to amass at last twice of strength points more than enemy. So this is 2, 6, 7, 10, 13, 16, 19, 20, 22, 21, 22. So they have 22. And now defenders. 1, 22 plus 2, 24. So 24, and now defenders. 1, 5, 7, 10, 12, 13, 15, 17, 19. So it's no, because they have 24 versus 19. So they haven't twice number of strength points at the board at the end of the game. So they don't have second victory point, and due to this fact, this is a draw, because they couldn't get 2 victory points. This is interesting case, because if you would look at the board, it's clear that Assyrians are victorious, because enemy army is running away. There is a little chance to rally them, because there is only one leader available, but even so, this is a draw. I guess it can be explained in the way that Assyrians managed to make the enemy run off the battlefield, but they also suffered huge losses. And now Damascus leaders will be able to rally their forces somewhere out of the battlefield, and they will be able to still stand against Assyrians, while Assyrians, who are weakened by this hard battle, won't be able to hold enough forces on the enemy territory to win the entire war. I guess this is how that's how it should be explained. So that was a pretty tough battle for both sides, and it turned out into interesting struggle, because I was quite certain at the half of the game that Syrians are going to win, and because they reached their breakdown level, they started to panic, and now I started to wonder if Assyrians will win. But despite their very good situation, they weren't able to win this battle. So that's the end of the battle, and it was pretty long battle indeed. And thank you and goodbye.